Guys, provocation. What do you think about that? I think that's a good topic to just recap on again today. Provocation. So, as the live goes along, and we see people coming in, because it's an unannounced live. Last night we had our ball. We had our ball last night, guys. How do we deal with provocation? I would like to hear your thoughts on it. What do you think is the purpose of provocation? So, we have 0 people in the house, but we have one like. We have 2 people in the house. Provocation, it's meant to twist up your mind. Candace, good morning. Did you have fun last night? Gilbertise, good morning to you. I wake up late this morning. I think that live went until about 1 o'clock this morning. You know, guys. Jen, good morning to you, and Dari. I wake up just about half an hour ago. I wake up 6 o'clock, and I say, boy, I know today we might have some plans. Let me go back and take a rest. Candace, yes, the music that was playing in the background, but I want to see if I could get Lyndon to trim off those parts. They're not making joke. They're not making joke at all. But you see, I didn't anticipate that music would be playing so loudly. Kelba from Lavantil, brother, it was a pleasure talking to you yesterday, Mr. Kelba. It was a pleasure. Makila, good morning. Rose Kalicharan, good morning. Will you? 2 more days to work, today and tomorrow. Judy, good morning. Joel Sunderland, good morning. Jen, we really had fun. You fall asleep. Dylan, good morning. You know how much people busy wake up late this morning because of our live stream? Oh gosh. Yes. Hey, I see the man come back, boy. Brother, you went on work?
What's that?
Yeah. Nice. So, Salif, good morning to you. Candice, yes, we will edit it and we'll get all them parts and we'll repost it. Rose Kalicharan, at work so tired spending time with my siblings visiting from Florida. All right. Melissa, good morning. Kevin, good morning. 2 more days and you finish, Rose. Nadine, good morning.
Yeah, nah, when I said
I wonder if Dinesh and David's wake up, boy. They went right down the wire with you, know. Rada, good morning. All right, so Darian, good morning to you. Darian is saying good morning to everybody. Heading out to work. Keisha Charles, good morning. Buffy, how you going? You know wake up? All right, so we have 24 people in the house, guys. Thanking God once again for living to see yet another new day. Thanking Him for all that He has done for us. We want to know what it is, the problems that we can't take up on our own, that we will put it in His loving hands, trusting and believing that He will sort us out. May we be the best version of ourselves today, remain in a good frame of mind. That's what we're talking about. We're not letting anybody steal our joy. Yes, definitely. Literally, boy. Morning. Good. Yeah, so guys, I started off this live by saying provocation. How do we deal with provocation? And what do you think is sometimes the reason why people provoke us? Well, people provoke you for different reasons. They just didn't like you. They just want to harass you. Also,
they don't have a life.
Well, yes, some people may not have a life, right? What else? Well, if you think about anything else, many times people try to provoke you because they want you to see the wrong things, right? They're trying to confuse your minds because they know, right? It finished at 12:45. Wow.
good morning to everybody who locked on.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun last
Jealousy.
night. I enjoyed the conversation with Lasana and chiming in with the comment section from
Yeah.
time to time. So everybody who was out supporting, thank you very much. It means a lot. Lasana had a hard time getting up this morning, but
Real hard. I wake
Take
up.
him to God, he had a small walk.
I wake up 6 o'clock, eh?
Yeah.
But I see now, boy. I know the day might be full of events. I went and take a rest, yes. Francis,
Yeah,
I think Francis went out to the White House with me last night, you know.
Buffy, Francis, Jen, Nadine, Davy, good morning, Kimberly, and Linda. And Candice says people provoke us, especially when they crave a reaction from us, when we ignore them and feeling us in silent. Yes, yes, yes.
Sana, if you can share some talk about workplace examples dealing with co-workers or management, etc. Well, I think provocation is something that will fall right up that alley, rather. And Derek had a really good, strong point there too. Jealousy, guys. Jealousy, right? Jealousy, envy. These two things are always there in the background working. There's either somebody jealous here or somebody envious of you, right? In the workplace, people provoking you. Some people want to provoke you to the point they're trying to make you leave your job, you know. You could imagine that. Both of us working in the same place. Gerald, good morning. People working in the same place for money. You need money to go home to mind your family. I need money. And I trying to provoke you out of your job. You think it easy? Vashti and Avril, good morning.
Big up Judy was the Miss Judy was the last man standing in moderator in
Yes,
chat last night.
yeah.
Working on 2 hours sleep right
Yes.
now.
Yes. Favoritism.
Yeah, man.
That's something that exists a lot in the workplace. A boss just like a particular worker. Everybody else working hard and he to kill rather, but watch me. You see that video that we did together with Jen? That was an awesome video to watch. Right? Marilyn.
Good morning. Smoke herring. Ooh, that many song with him.
Who's that?
I didn't.
Marilyn.
miss the
Yeah,
name.
I'm Marilyn.
Oh.
CJ Trini, good morning. Some people do it for attention, yeah.
Hey, and somebody, I mentioned this already, somebody tell me, they say, hey, that's some people that's provoking is fun for them, you know?
Yeah, for fun. Yeah. Listen, it has some people who put on music loud, find particular songs.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a provoke you.
Yeah. You know what's what I use against people already?
Eh.
Them man and them so lazy, they don't like to walk.
Them what you want to ride with hammock and rock.
But also when they
Dealing
call
with
us,
provocation
so they
requires
they have to talk to
strategic thinking,
Yeah,
emotional control, and communication. Yes.
Can you make a good point there in terms of
What's that?
like when somebody's a coward now, but they can't talk to you directly
Yeah.
or tell you anything.
Yes.
So they speak to you through song.
Yeah. Is this the IBG show? Oh my gosh, Dylan, I know what you want to do. So, guys, welcome to the IBG show. Do you know what is the IBG show? It's meant to motivate you, to make you feel good. Hema Andrews, welcome to the show this morning. And also Melvin Balgubin. Buffy, we are happy to have you here with us. Jen, you and Daria. Right? Hey, Mr. Samuel, no, do not impersonation of you here on the live stream. Yes, chat is going so fast, I don't see all of you. Right, so don't feel left out. That's okay, Judy. Vashti, good morning. And they say provocation is of the devil. It is of the devil. But I am going to teach you all 1 or 2 techniques here this morning as to how to ignore this thing totally, guys. And it all begins with beginning to value yourself. When you begin to value yourself, you will see, you'll be able to deal with these people rather. You will stand up to them. You know what it is like to insult somebody intelligently?
Oh, yes.
To insult somebody in an intelligent way? I'm talking about You ain't cussing, or you ain't stupid or anything. You watch somebody who used to be provoking you all the time, and finally you could watch them in their face. Watch them straight in their eye. Watch them straight in their eye. They will wonder all of a sudden where you get our strength from. Let me tell you something.
Big man thing.
Big man thing. Right?
How long you
Rohini, good morning. Lorena, good morning. No, we don't see that again, though. Guys, be aware. Be aware that when you fill yourself with goodness, you have good spirits in you. And the spirits that inhabit people who are negative, these are not good spirits. Good spirits cannot stand up. Bad spirits cannot stand up against good spirits, guys. And that's why you have to put a lot of love. Remove things like hate, all negativity. These people cannot deal with you. You see how certain things like a Laja Bless. You know what a Laja Bless? It's a folklore character.
Provocation is a good exercise for the mind. Sorry.
Yeah, provocation is a good exercise for the mind. What do you mean? In terms of somebody's provoking you to allow you to strengthen your mind.
Yeah, I feel that might be the standpoint.
I think so also. Yeah. And it's good sometimes, Diane, good morning. It's good sometimes to exercise a little bit. Exercise a little bit. Patricia, good morning. We had a blast last night. It's good to put yourself sometimes in a little conflict. See how you're going. Test out the no, I can't do it. Test out the what Lyndon said yesterday. Stop doing one or two little things. Get a little feel of what it is like to begin to finally stand up. Because you have to. And eventually, believe it or not, guys, eventually things will never bother you anymore. And Lorena, I know what you're talking about. Positive spirits irritates demons. Laughter as well. It's true. It's true what you're saying. Big man thing. Yeah. Who says good morning?
I learn a lot.
I will tell you something, It's so easy to dismantle.
Let me tell you something.
It's easy to dismantle these kind of people. When you hear somebody come in front of you and doing all kind of neck movements and all kind of things, all of that is to twist up your mind. And that's why you have to strengthen your mind. And the greatest way to strengthen your mind is self-love, self-care. When you begin to take care of yourself, that's the beginning of strengthening your mind, Taking your little walks, dealing with your little issues in your head, trying to become the best version of yourself, feeding on spiritual things, having divine conversations with loved ones. I am telling you, when you eventually do this is what we're doing here right now, guys. We have the privilege. So many people sharing their thoughts here. And it's like we have the option now. Hey, I like what that person say there, boy. Right? That is to strengthen your mind. Right? To stretch one mental capacity. And it's just going to become greater and greater. Right? We know from Derricka that one of the reasons for provocation is jealousy. You see, sometimes we spending too much our focus on trying to figure out people. But that is not necessary. It's either somebody have good ways or bad ways. It's not your job to try to figure out why they're doing certain things. Your job is to figure out how to deal with it. And that is where your focus should be. Now, when I was doing a lot of research on the narcissist, all I wanted to understand is why a narcissist just do the things that they just do, boy. Nira. And I spend months looking at the same topic of narcissism, but only from one point of view. And my friend Gina tell me, she said, listen, I understand that you're doing a lot of this research for your channel, but Lasana, you could focus on different types of videos also. And one day I looked at a video, right? Why does the narcissist always appear as though they're winning? And the gentleman was talking and he said, it's what you consider winning to be. Is it because they're getting away with everything? Successful parent alienation, stealing your house from you, your car, whatnot, right? Because these people are also thieves, right? So what he was saying is that you may lose your house, you may lose the ability to talk to family members, right? But are they really winning? And then he said later on in the video, the fact that you're looking for this particular video, it means to say that you are still giving the narcissist the opportunity to manipulate your mind. And he was recommending that you shift your focus instead and more look at videos as to how to heal from the abuse of a narcissist. So you could take it's good to have an understanding as to who they are. But what is more important is dealing with the abuse that you have suffered to the hand of the narcissist. That is what you need to deal with. Your hurt. And one of the greatest things, and it will always come back to this, these topics will always have a resemblance to each other because it's a basic guideline, guys. Toxic relationships, you need to get out of it. You need to get out of it, even if it means leaving and going and rent a little room, whatever your money could afford. You need to get out of a toxic relationship. Jump high, jump low. Sometimes you have to leave your kids behind, right? And then you will have to learn that, hey, I'm leaving this matter in God's hands. I can't have my kids. I can't have my kids. And it's happening to men, it's happening to women. Right? So you are to ask God now for that help to deal with that separation. You have to learn to deal with the pain that you're not going to be seeing some loved ones maybe for years. Right? For years you may not see loved ones. Right? You have to be prepared for that. and then you're going to start to work on yourself. It's a recreation you're doing here. Just consider it 3 parts: your mind, your body, and your soul. Now, guys, you keep reading the comments there while I talk here. All right? We've seen some good things, right? We've seen some good points coming up here on the screen. Once you can withstand provocation, you will be able to embrace yourself and do more things to improve your mental and emotional health. Cheryl Ann, good morning. Melissa, thanks for that good point. Really, really good points here, guys. Welcome, Dolly Mollett. Also, Maria. Right. Those 3 elements. Now, what I am telling you all here, I am basically recapping and condensing. I have made a little mistake here and there.
Revenge.
Right? Revenge. Correct. Revenge. Vidya Ramdas. So, I am giving you all a little recap as to what I personally believe a person should do, right? So let's start from the abuse in the home. The abuse in the home. It has been going on for quite some time. Provocation, gaslighting, right? what is some of the other thing? Shaming. They shame you in front of people in a technical way. You're feeling like people laughing at you. They belittling you. They devaluing you. There are about 9 different things they do. They shame you. They gaslight you. Maybe y'all could put up some. All right? Y'all could put up some.
But you see, I hear you talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I have a little question mark in my head, right?
But go ahead. Before I manipulate you. Before I go into this topic here, Lyndon has a question in his head. And I invite you all also, anything I see with a question mark there, I will address. Yeah.
Okay, so I get your clear idea of provocation that you're talking about and somebody that provoking, right? But then you need now to be able to there's something that you need to be able to distinguish between provocation and somebody who has maybe started to speak out about something. For instance, I would say for certain reasons I haven't disclosed, but for certain reasons I have become a little bit more vocal than I am or have ever been about your living situation. Does that mean that I am provoking now?
Well,
When you're talking, because it will have a
Okay.
reaction in terms of, hey, you're provoking me, but you're provoking me, but
All right.
it's necessary to speak out about something now.
okay. I really happy that Lyndon asked that question. All I hear the question that Lyndon is asking, Lyndon is saying that in terms of my situation that is really affecting him also, he is probably lashing out, more addressing it here. Could this be deemed provocation? And the answer is that that may not be his intention. He wants to highlight. He wants people to really understand what's going on, right? But to the other parties involved, it is going to be considered that, look, they're trying to provoke me. And I'm glad that he brought up this because I'm going to show you something that you may not know. You're living with a narcissist. You are being belittled. And you just decide that, hey, listen, I can't take this no more. Right? Listen good, Keisha. Listen good. Derek can say yes and no. Believe it or not, the only way to get out of a narcissist relationship is that you have to mirror. You have to mirror their behavior. Because remember, you are weak. And what you have to do when you know that the time is coming close, you have to start to stand up. This will involve sometimes the narcissist partner might slap you up or pelt you down with a pira or some kind of thing. Right? But you yourself, and go and do research. Go and do the research. A narcissist victim, this have to become a narcissist sometimes. And that's the point in time that they start to gaslight you because they realize that the table's turning and that you go in and start to open your mouth. And they will make it look now like if you is the one going on Facebook and putting up posts about abuse and things, and they like to take in front. When they realize that, hey, you have become a loose cannon, and narcissists want all their problems behind closed doors, you know. Because when they go out into the public, they are the perfect beings. So, to beat a narcissist, you have to become a narcissist also. You have to start to stand up. You're opening your mouth. Yes, you may have to put up posts on Facebook because you need people to be aware. Remember, not everybody have a YouTube platform. So you have to start to put up things on Facebook and cry out against it. But remember, you're putting things in place. You're going to leave. But you want to make sure that if anything happened to you, that the police could go onto your Facebook account and realize that, hey, something was going on here. You need to start to tell, even though your business will go all over the streets, you need to start to tell certain people what it is going on. You have been keeping these secrets for way too long. For way too long. And now you're going to make a move. You're going to make a move, guys. All right, so good. Whether it is that the person fall asleep, the person get drunk or high on drugs, you get that opportunity and you bust out. You bust out. Time to make a move. I have a partner, right? I have a partner. Let me tell you something. He gone home and realize that the vibes he get, hey, let me get out of this house. As the man enter his house, he just get the vibes, he feel the spirits, and he said, let me get out of this house. And while he was driving out of his property, the wife and somebody else was speeding, coming home, and he barely get to pass. They were coming home to kill him. They were coming home to kill my partner in his own property. The man only leave with the clothes he had on his back. And that's why it is one of the narcissists within. The wife still had the property, and he's struggling. All right. So you make a break. Guys, when you make a break, let me tell you something. If you could, not if you could, you have to go and get some therapy. You have to go and get therapy. If you don't have money, you need to go. You need to go to a health center, and then directly from there. I think in Tunapuna here is somewhere behind. Okay, I'll come into the question. Then you can watch it and maybe you might be able to answer it. My question: if you know this person is a narcissist, why would you invest years of your life in that toxic environment, plus bring children into that unhealthy atmosphere? That's a really good question. That's a really good question, Melissa. Why it is you're staying, first of all, in such a toxic environment? Why it is you're bringing more children into the world? Well,
sorry, no.
I'm going to answer it from my point of view, right? Because this is a question that was asked to me just last week. Well, you get married. You really thought that you was marrying somebody different, Melissa. And it don't happen all in one shot. It don't happen all in one shot. It don't happen that today you get married and next week you get slapped up, you get abused, you get embarrassed in front of people, that kind of thing. A narcissist slowly begins to test borders. That's what they do. Hey, let me go on, let me make a phone call in the night and see if he or she will get a little upset. So you come down in the kitchen, you see your husband on the phone, you know by 8 o'clock from your past relationship, you know from 8 o'clock, he just put on that phone. Or if you're on the phone, he calling you. So this particular night now, you come down in the we're using this as the example, right, Melissa? You come down in the kitchen, 8 o'clock, he's on the phone. Hello? Yeah. Nice, man, nice. I'm talking normal. And you realize that they hold that pattern for a while. You ain't see nothing. From there now, you realize he on the phone now, but from instead of 8 to 10 past 8, now he's stretching it to half past 8. And so it go, and borders keep testing. And then you do so, and you hear the phone ring at night. when you watch your time, it's 9 o'clock. So you ask a little question, who's that call? You're monitoring me out. But what trouble is this? Since when you get so insecure? Nah, man, nah. I don't have to tell you who think, but if you want to know, I was talking to Sean, the sheep. Right? I was talking to Sean, the sheep. All right, so you think, and you're going back now. You hear the phone ring 10 o'clock at night. Your husband get up, going outside. When he come back, somebody call you? No, I mean somebody call me. They're gaslighting you now. They're gaslighting you. They're making you feel like, hey, you imagine that or what? You imagine that? No phone will ring.
Oh, yeah.
Look before you
Really?
check the phone now.
Yeah.
The phone will ring. You imagining things, you. You really imagining things, And it's because of this obsession you have. You hear the words, the kind of words starting. Right? Sean the sheep, my ex-husband was like that. Oh gosh, I'm sorry to hear that, Nadine. Yes.
Sana, where do you keep that scar?
Hold on,
And when I come back, remind me to talk there about how things will start gradually, right?
Hi. Enjoy yourself today.
Yeah, you look nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that you know what it is. You're following my Melissa, I know you ain't work. Right? It's not a gaslight, And they keep testing borders. Now you love your marriage. You want your marriage to work. So what happened? Kim, everybody find you looking so nice.
Thank you.
Right? You want your marriage to work, Melissa. So now you start to compromise. And then it start off. You realize if you have pictures with you and your wife, or your wife and your husband, you have pictures with both of you on Facebook. And suddenly you start to realize that, well, like you no longer on the person profile. You're a little insecure. What they're trying to do is bring out a feeling of jealousy in you, This is not envy. They probably envy that everybody like you. Because narcissists choose real nice people, They don't choose idiots like themselves, Two man rat in one hole. Two fowl cock in one yard. No. A narcissist is pick the best person. What do you think? You think a narcissist go in and find somebody just like themselves? They know how to spot a narcissist because they are. That's who they are. It's nice, decent people. Francis and Nadine. Nice people they after. You think they're coming after a man who know how to slap them up from here to Toko? And all the way back? Lasana, at what point did you recognize this behavior? I would like to tell you. After the first month of marriage, I start to see true colors. True colors. After 1 month. After 1 month. So, Melissa, so it just keep getting worse and worse. And you just keep compromising until in main case you get demasculated. You no longer ever see your wife putting up whatever pictures they want on Facebook, all the cleavage showing. They're taking Facebook pictures with towel, seductive pictures. Your man suddenly, he is the best model. He going to the gym, he started exercise, all his pectorals outside. And they know how to pony look, Right? Advertising yourself, and you just getting belittled more and more and more. You walking on the streets with your husband, and your husband glancing at women at first, and then he started to become bold. Wow. Your husband doing all kind of thing. Your husband doing all kind of thing. He said, "Out to watch a normal show with you." Oh gosh, boy. I ain't gonna lie, you know, boy. I love, you know, I find brunettes really attractive, you know. They're working on your mind. They're working on your mind. They want to make you jealous.
And I will give an example here of how things does work on your mind. How people is attempt to work on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you all would have seen the boundary video, for instance, and that he make a decision as part of his duties, like dispense and re-establish the private access route that serves the two households, right? That route is particularly important. It's important to everybody, quite important to us because we to the back behind you there, right? To be able to access our home comfortably. And since the road re-established, I start using it, and then using it, all of a sudden, I'll go down to throw rubbish. I'm walking back up, you have somebody staring at you, you have somebody lighting incense at you, you have somebody throwing words at you. I was pretty surprised recently, we walking down with my two daughters. They see their two little cousins. They heal them out, the words that come out of the mouth. The parents' mouth is, "Don't play with Haley and Anna," eh? Because one of the children was making a move to go and engage. "Don't play with Haley and Anna." Eh? I'm walking back up. Suddenly I have a camera in my face. This is an alleged sex offender. This is an alleged sex offender here, staring always eyes into our house, using a community. So this is just an idea
No, let them
of how it is. No, I'm talking.
Yeah.
This is just an idea of how somebody just continue to be testing their boundaries.
Miss Vidya, we sending love too.
And that's how it is. Testing your boundaries. And when that person asks the question about why would you stay in a marriage and bring children in, well, I would imagine, given the example and the hope that each one of us have, and maybe the example of our parents and grandparents,
That is what I wanted.
that you will just cling to this hope that, hey boy,
That is what I
something
wanted.
better could come out of it.
And listen,
Pleasant good morning to everybody.
I mean, think about it, guys. We real fortunate. We real fortunate to have this channel and that we have so much support. Because if we didn't have this channel, if I didn't have this channel, there is no way I could have get the word outside there as to the abuse people just have to suffer from a narcissist. And the narcissist will just be pulling me deeper and deeper into the ground. Because the entire public, I do have so many friends on WhatsApp. I can't dedicate all my time to WhatsApp. So there's no way I could spread this word. And if it wasn't for this platform, crap will smoke my pipe. And Melissa, let me tell you something, Lyndon say something there, and maybe that is why I had so much children. You're always hoping that it will get better. Because you want to recreate what you had. And guys, let me tell you something. You know what you just always recreate in your life? Your life. You have a good childhood. Most likely, if you get the correct partner, you're going to be able to recreate that for your children. But watch me, if you had a bad childhood, let me tell you something. That's exactly what you're going to build. Because you don't have the values, you don't have the love, you don't have the knowledge.
But you could invest in yourself, eh?
Of course, everybody can invest in themselves.
Yeah, you could invest in yourself. You
know
could
what?
invest in yourself. And I want to, this idea of kind of provoking a reaction, that's fine. We're facing that with family, we're facing that with siblings. I get that. And there have a lot of comments in terms of people saying, you know, that these tribulations are the things that will make you stronger, a better individual. When it comes to, let's use the term justice system. You know, you might be doing something, hoping for particular results, whether it's from the police services, whether it's from the children's authority, and I do feel like there's some, it's not new what I'm saying, that Lasana is being cheated, and you know, you may be in a similar situation where you feel like you're being cheated and the narcissist winning.
But trust me,
just
guys,
pray for strength and grace and wisdom.
guys, let me tell you something, and this is why I am doing so well. I get to recognize this is not between you and a person, you know.
Good point, Makila.
This is a spiritual thing. This is a spiritual thing in terms of it could be good against bad. Because let me tell you something, and we're talking in general here. A parent keeping children away from another parent, that can't be right. That cannot be right. It had to be that this parent they actually have footage or something of this parent killing this child or molesting this child. It's as easy as that, guys, that you could just say, hey, this man was sexually molesting children. Boy, when that happened, which mother ain't going to run down to get the child medically examined? Children's authority involved. Children's authority making joke with that. So nothing, no evidence, because nothing happened. People could just go around and make allegations like that and win. But let me tell you something. When people doing bad deeds, you doing your bad deeds, I doing mine. Just remember, it's our day. You're getting it back with good interest rates. I have things to suffer too.
I want to share an allegory called the fence, right? The fence. It's nothing new I'm talking about here. I'm sure this exists in some form. But I am, you know, over when Dad, for in the interest of separation and peace, erected that fence, and I think he did that in his wisdom. And Mr. Bat also said that to me, that your father made a choice that he had to make at that point in time. So the fence came up, and now okay, piece of the fence has been put down to re-establish the community road, the private access road that serves both households and the others up here. So the fence has come down, and my two children, they not yet walk in. The fence, a portion of the fence is not there, but they don't step foot into it. Like if they're standing or they're playing. So that fence, I was telling you, I said, it is interesting. I said, that fence is still up in your mind. In reference to nothing or in connection to anything. I said, but the fence still up in your mind, you know, because you play behind it.
That is very true.
Yeah. So when we have these things that long established and, you know, you're trying to break it and you keep these fences up in your mind, so to say. So slowly using the road for what it is. And yesterday I said to the girls, I said, hey, you know, we have been inside for a while because I was a little bit beat and tired yesterday. I was a little bit beat, a little bit tired. And I said, come, we have a rubbish bag to throw down. And we started to walk down the hill to throw the rubbish. They were chipping behind me. Now when they saw me going to use the private access driveway, they say, you know, how can we pass? Like, what will you pass in here? We can't pass it. I said, no, baby, this is the private access road that serves the both households. We can pass it. Come, let's go down. So they go down, we go down, and coming back up is where this exchange would take place, right? And I wanna congratulate Melissa, because it's the second time you've made Haley cry. And well done. Because when things happen, she started running up the hill and crying. And I said, wow, this is interesting. And she was recording the whole thing, so she usually shares her stuff like via WhatsApp and that type of thing. Hopefully we'll get to see it on YouTube one day, because I look forward to seeing it. And I see Haley running up, and I say, wow, look at this. Intimidation to the max, even against a 7-year-old child.
Listen, boy.
Fantastic work. Hats off to you. The first time you make her cry was when you run my mother from the house. Sana told that story already. But we don't even need to dwell on this story yet. But we're talking about how people will remain in a situation, or the boundaries, or slowly begin revealing themselves. Every time I walk down the hill, folks, to throw rubbish or whatever the case may be, to go for a morning walk, I have somebody staring in my face.
Yeah.
And that's the provocation that it
Let me just say something. Right?
And you can feel free to carry back that general conversation.
No, we will. But I think it's important. Listen here, guys. This is what helped me to come out of this mess. Right?
That is so true, Johnny. Go ahead.
Yeah, right? I think it's necessary for Lyndon. I think it's necessary because I know what it did for me. And this was my therapy, guys. I have not been to a counselor or anything like that. I am able to maintain my demeanor, right? And I telling you the truth. I used to shake, literally shake, when I trying to stand up against people who really going out of their way to make my life miserable. And Judy, I want to commend you. I want to thank you very much, Judy, that, before, when you asked that, hey, let's not comment and that kind of thing. But once we put something out here on this channel, right, we in the public domain. All right, so I appreciate your stance, and you could continue if you wish. You could continue to not say something on the matter, but it's quite okay for people to comment because we in a public domain, right? Guys, just remember, don't let your emotions get too high, because it might. Let me try to refrain. First of all, let us try to refrain from name calling. Right? When I say name calling, don't describe the person as whatever. No, nothing like that. We're dealing with our issue. Right? It's the issue at hand here. And I think everything is geared towards these children. What is being done. And now, as we can see, it is spilling over to Lyndon's children. It is spilling over. And this is the work of the devil, guys.
Bait for trouble. Ignore negatives and
Yeah.
move forward.
Right? And we are getting good comments here that will help Lyndon and myself. So I am taking from this chat what I want. I am taking from this chat what I want. And what I don't want, I leave. Right? Now, if you happen to be in a situation like this, many people here, if not all, go through this kind of thing. And I telling you, it is possible to be able to walk up. Listen, I was taking a rest yesterday. I was really tired. We were real tired. Eh?
Yeah, like.
And it had to do with the river that we went to the day before. I was tired. So I told Lyndon earlier on, I said, Lyndon, I'm going and take a little rest, boy. Now, I came up here on Monday night. We had a nice birthday party. My sister did a nice birthday party for my brother-in-law. It was his birthday. And Lyndon had asked me, that maybe sometime this week we could go to the beach. So I told him, I say, all right, Lyndon, what I will do is I will come up Monday night so that Tuesday we could wake up and you wouldn't have to come for me or I wouldn't have to come up here. We wake up, after we have a little breakfast and thing, we will go to the beach. A purpose in my heart. I say, Lasana, you're really and truly.
He did, and he
Right?
executed it.
Right? You're really going to go up there and it's Lyndon you're going by. You're going up there to spend time with your nieces. Them girls love me too bad and I love them too. Right? It ain't make no sense going to try to heal out them girls and them because I don't ever get to see them. Right? So I say, you know something? I go in and keep a wide berth. We don't drive in here. I come out, I take out my stuff. Right? And I base. We had the car parked up on the following day. We decided not to go to the river because I think they had to take pictures in Anna's school.
We didn't go to the beach.
Right? So we didn't go to the beach again because we decided we want, if we're going to the beach, we want Anna to be able to go. So we decided that we will organize, and when Anna comes home, then we'll go up to the river. So the car was parked on the road, right? So I had to go and get it. Lyndon walked down with the two girls to wait for me on the main road itself. And I keep my head straight. I kept my head straight. I will hear my children and everything, but I know it don't make sense. And I know that the person going and get joy just to hear me call out and then to tell me that the children bathing or some kind of thing. So I say, boy, me ain't going and give she that joy. I just jump in the car, I start it, and I drive out of the driveway from the top side. Pick up Lyndon and them and thing. Come back home. I stay in my lane. I come up here by Lyndon. I did not come to them. I did not come to them.
Because if you look up at the definition of your car win with that person in the dictionary, you'll see their name. So follow what Asana is saying in terms of, hey, if I reach out there, I wouldn't have get through. So that's kind of back off a little bit. Of course, they would be hearing, imagine another father up here, another father, and come and look for them.
Of course.
Boy. So
Let me tell you something.
All you have.
Let me tell you something, Johnny. If I heal all the children, please leave my property. You are disturbing us. You are harassing us. Please leave. And camera is all, guys. That is why I had a fees. Right? Guys, this is a St. Anne's patient. And he's here. He's harassing us.
His an alleged sex offender.
Right. Good. So again, already story now. So I go on and I take in my sleep. Next day, Lyndon waking me up. So I get up. I say, what happened, boy? Lyndon, if I tell Lyndon I go and sleep, Lyndon, don't come and wake me up. I say, what happened? He say, just do my favor now, please. Just do my favor. Stay with these children now. I say, Lyndon, what happened? He said, boy, your wife is really getting like a fool, you know, boy. I woken up with the children, right? And she pulled out camera and started tape me, right? And now I'm going back down there, Sana. I say, I didn't.
My property.
And he tell me, he said, please don't come down. I say, all right.
Yeah, because I know why you come up here.
Right?
So that's why I said, don't come down there.
I say, all right. Go ahead, Lyndon. But of course now a full year week. As I say, all right. I sit down on the bed. I reflecting a little bit. And then I thought to myself, I see Lyndon has, hey Kimberly, you reach morning, buenos dias. Right. I say to myself, I say, boy, my brother has been here for me, boy. And I can't leave my brother to be down there alone. Because the truth and fact of the matter is this now, guys. I move out of Akora. I comfortable in the caboose. I have my mother and my father, right? And I live in a good life down there. I am away from this situation now. But the fact of the matter is that Lyndon, Kim, and the girls, they're living up here. They're living up here. So I say, boy, you know something? I have to go and support my brother. Even if it means me just going to stand up.
Man,
right?
brother.
Just imagine that, eh? Yeah, imagine I going to support Linda now. So upon my clothes, and I come outside, and the first thing I was greeted by is Haley is on this chair with her legs tucked underneath her. And Haley is crying. Not in a Siskian way, but she just, and tears running on her eyes. She can't even lift up her hand to dry her eyes. I say, Haley, it's going to be okay. All right? It's going to be okay. I didn't hug her, I just give her a little pat. She said, where my daddy is? I say, your daddy is down there, but I am going down to bring your daddy back up. So, I go outside, I ain't gonna lie. I light our blends. I take a little 2-3 drag. Right? And I say a little prayer in my mind. And I say, Lord, just guide me.
And thanks for bringing up that point, because you do something there that I didn't do.
I say, God, just please, just guide me. And I walk calmly down the road. And there is Lyndon sitting down on a chair in the middle of the road. And Lyndon is talking. I hear say something about the same. Yes, I the sex offender. And you had been up this in 2021, right? I say, well, boy, what is going on here? So I walked down nice and calm. I went by the gallery, where the one right on the side of the house. I see a bucket, a pigtail bucket. I take it up. I overturn it. It had some leaves in it. And I go on and she sit down right in the garage. I go on and I sit down about 6 feet away from her. And I said, good afternoon, Melissa. That's all I said. I said, good afternoon, Melissa. I am really hoping that this video is going to come out so that all you will see I talking the truth. Right? I said, good morning, good afternoon, Melissa. And I get quiet. I know I'm listening because the only information I have is Lyndon come up here and tell me that she started to harass him and the girls. Right? And she videotaped it. That is all I hear. So I go on and in all fairness, I sit down and I listen. Yes. Look at them. This one like he tripping off, and the other mad brother, right? The St. Anne's patient. Look at him, guys. Look at them. Look at them. My children are inside. They are scared. And I listened, and I wanted to laugh. Because when you're talking about fear, number one, I am a vlogger. You think I will take a camera and have it in a madman face? You could only do that because you know that the sanity that this person possesses more than you have. You have to be the mad one. Because if 2 madmen outside your house, and you know you have 3 daughters inside, you outside there videotaping we and talking in this calm manner. So that the first thing that was amusing to me. That wow, what an interview here.
Darling, for real.
What an interview
For
here.
real.
This is a woman that is afraid, that get abused, right? Lyndon tried to molest she children. Kimberly tried to molest she children. I tried to molest she children. Lance tried to molest she children.
Last
And-
one, let's we.
Yeah, Lance molest us. We is the molestation, but he's family. Right? So I listening to this, and I watching all this thing unfolding. I say, you know something? Let me make a video. I pull out my camera. Cameras on us. Well, camera could be on YouTube. And I turned to her, I said, Melissa, really and truly, Gil, what going on here?
The armors at the break at that point.
What really is going on here? I can't like that. I say, Melissa, what really going on here? What really going on here? So I do a little video with Lyndon. I say, Lyndon, come, let me walk up a bit. We walk up, she follow we. This time she passed through the front door, she opened the side door. Side door wide open. The madman could run in any time. Children, only make sure and stay inside, eh? Shouldn't you be calling the police? A man who was in St. Anne's and an ex-brother who is a molester. They outside your house, you need to get the TTPS up here. So I finished making the little video and I walked back down because I wanted to tell Melissa something. I wanted to tell her something. Camera in my face, guys. 3 feet from her face. And I watch her. And I say, Melissa, I say, you are really one of the most small-minded people I have ever seen in my life. Oliver see the speech on her own, but I'm giving you the gist. I say, you are a thief. You are a thief. You are a deceiver. Right? And what was the final thing I told her? I said, you wanted to have the joy of seeing me go back into St. Anne's. You wanted to have the joy of passing through Tuna Puna and seeing me drinking from a drain so that you could tell people, look at him. This is why I tell all you. This is why I tell all you that he had to be out of this house. Look at him. He on drugs. I say, but your plan did not work. Your plan did not work. I say, I am shining. I say, and I know I getting inside of your brains because I could see her demeanor changing. I say, I'm getting inside of your brains right now. I say, and I hope you hear me with those huge, enormous ears that you have. Put them to use and hear what I'm telling you. I say, you have a small, minute brain. I say, and I am so glad that I have nothing to do with you. This is harassment. This is harassment. This is harassment. I say, good. Will you have it on videotape now? Now go to the police station. You want me to tell you something else? I say the only thing that you're missing on your hands is blood now. That is all you are missing on your hands. This is serious harassment. I say, good. You have 2 things. Go to the police. Go to the police, get a lawyer. That's the only thing missing on your hands because every single thing that you are exhibiting, your behavior, the parent alienation, the allegations, you're making people cheer and cry. You have yours locked up. Nobody knows the true status of your children. Nobody knows. I say, and please, make your children look a lot more intelligent now. These are bright children. These are intelligent children. Let them speak. But she cannot let them speak, guys. She cannot let them speak. Pause. Oh gosh. You know what has hurt me? Or let us go back and watch one of her videos where we were frying shrimp slices outside. I set up the Lotus. It was a nice evening. It was a beautiful evening. And I was asking I was asking Sydney questions I was asking silly questions. Suri, the children are intelligent children. You know how I just feel when I appear and I doing these live streams. I doing these live streams up here with Haley and Anna. My heart is bleed sometimes because I seen how intelligent these children are and conducting a nice, happy life, entertaining all of us.
I said to her yesterday, I said, you taking all this time to be recording. Why do you organize and get your three children to come outside and tell their father hello? All this effort going into what you doing
yes. Here. And Kamal, they are correct.
I want to
we being baited.
Yeah.
But I know all the men going through.
But I will take the beat. I will take the beat, and can I explain something? You're comfortable with me?
Go right ahead, Linda.
We were chatting about something a little bit earlier in terms of why I'm a little bit more vocal and outspoken when it comes to the situation. And I just need to give me about 2-3 minutes to just kind of quickly break this down for you, please. 2021 around there, things started happening that we were affected by. We left. We remained silent. On the boundaries video, alluded to something where Haley's future in terms of school was directly affected by this party that we're talking about, and my antennas went up a lot more than it was. Labor Day last year, when Lasana's phone was thrown into the swimming pool that he built, block by block, for the enjoyment of everyone here. When his phone was thrown, and I saw an attempt to frame him, just like she attempted to frame me, I said to him, Lasana, I am done with Melissa. I am done with Melissa. This is a block here. No phone numbers, no interaction. Because although he had left on us by Daddy and them, I would always impress on him, hey Lasana, if it ever comes in terms of safety or whatever the case might be, you could always let Melissa know when you speak to her that, hey, feel free to call. They see something a little bit suspicious. I have seen, sometimes you see something that a little bit out of place, and I would call out and say, hey, X, Y, and Z, everything okay? I have done that in the past, right? I say, I done, brother, because you see the frame up that I tried to get there while you were inside St. Anne's and had no access to no phone.
Yeah.
And you going through now, I ain't going through that again. I'm done. And I believe Lasana Kim or Melissa herself could correct if I was contrary to making that choice. The boundaries video happened. You all see firsthand what I was like in our live stream, unedited live stream. I talk about certain appearances that randomly being made while traversing a road that serves both households. Nothing. But recently, when I hear, and I had to imagine, I had to be using some guessing here, because I hear the words clear as day, right? The words would come through the window. You see that man out there, that is your father's brother, who always looking inside the windows here. You see when I hear that, boy? I just study Lasana in a big way. Take what I say with that pinch of salt, I get that point. I have no zero animosity towards Melissa. Zero animosity. When I hear you working on the child mind, I say, wow. I say, Lasana, I see your children being brainwashed, right? I say, when you get back them them children, whatever point that is, whether it's 2 weeks, 10 years, or 30 years old, hopefully you're still alive, God willing. I see your children being brainwashed. But yesterday was a very solid reminder to me. And my heart bleed for Lasana and any person in that situation about exactly how children are weaponized. I saw how the children were weaponized yesterday. And that is why I'm a little bit more vocal. Because, in my opinion, the justice system has failed Lasana in terms of even basic investigations. In my opinion, the Children's Authority has failed Lasana. And maybe one day Lasana might be doing a live stream. Maybe one day the school that his children attend and will attend has failed Lasana as well. And I say that with all respect because that is the school I went to when I was a child. They have failed Lasana, in my opinion. And maybe one day somebody might be watching this that could forward it to Children's Authority. Just come and do a fair investigation. Just come and talk to these children. See what's their sense of mental health.
Okay, Lawrence.
That's all. So this is not about. She's a pipsqueak. And then again, in my mind, well, alright, she could probably do that. Hats off to her.
Ricardo Jeffers, thank you. Yeah. It's good that you're talking about it. You're in a control manner.
But by children,
You know?
children to me, maybe I lack a lot of empathy towards certain things. But nobody should have that kind of dominion and control over a child, right? Where you could, just twist their mind. You know what's that to see children that we have been entertained by in their space, and that we have entertained in our space happily, and it's a joy. And suddenly you see this child, and this child like, what's that?
That was really,
What's that?
really,
And
that's sad. That's
hey,
sad.
you know what's the interesting thing that I witnessed by? I see a little child who used to go to school with Anna. Suri, this is us speaking about. Who used to go to school with Anna. Because for one reason or another, just before graduation, she has been taken out of school, right? A little child torn between, hey, I just go to preschool with a little child there, boy. That's my cousin, boy. And I go in and say hello. Do not speak to them. Go inside. Go inside. And there was a moment of limbo that Suri was going through. It was like this.
Wow.
And I said, what? Nah. Making you miss out the best part of your 3 daughters' life. You're not going and see your children graduate. You could probably make a very wrong guess as to what is the next standard your children going into. Because you're disconnected.
I made a mistake the other day. Kimberly, correct me. It's not standard 4 CD going in. She going in standard 3.
I'm good. If you said that, you entitled to make that mistake because you don't know. So
yeah, boy, FPL fire. So once again, you might be in a Lyndon, thanks for sharing that, right? I'll talk a little bit so because your mouth must be dry.
I rinse out his way.
No, nah, man. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear again it out.
So,
but in a control way, and that is what I went through last year. Last year, like how Linda was able to speak about this with a great level of calmness. Last year there was so much of frustration and anger in me. Just angry of this whole very saddening situation. And the thing about it is how was I able to reach here, guys? That, hey, listen, it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. And I could enjoy, I have good days. I have a lot of good days. And the reason why I can have good days is because I just really and truly, I have accepted this. One of the things that really worked against me, and I had the opportunity, I could have said likewise. But you know why I didn't? Right? I cannot, the only time I can see my children is with a supervised visit by this person. I can't have them for weekends or anything like that. I have to call this person and make an arrangement. And the same thing that was able to be detrimental for the person to get this privilege, I could have said the same thing about the person, and lots of evidence to back it. That the same thing that was used against me, I could have used it against the person also. I could have used it against the person. And you know why I didn't do it? In my mind, last year, I was so confused, guys. And all I was saying is that, boy, supposing my children end up being taken away from the both of us. And right there and then, I just took all the blame. I took all the blame. So at least the children had a privilege to have one of us. That's what I did. I took all the blame when it was the two of us to take the blame. And I do that for my children. I did it for my children. And now this could only fix when they reach 18 years old, when they could make their own decisions. You know? That is how much I love my children. I was fearful, but now that I am a little more, now that I have a better head on my shoulder, right? I looking at this thing and I saying, boy, I should have highlighted this. I should have highlighted that, hey, the same thing that this person, the past that this person is using to deny me privileges with my daughters. But I tell you, go back and watch the videos. Go back and watch the videos on the channel. Go and look like in the July, August vacation. See how many things I used to do with my children. I carry them to the beach. I carry them down Erin. I carry them places. We going to the mall.
So we grew up
just before this thing happened.
Right?
Just before this thing happened. Holidays was coming up. I was hoping to carry my children to Tobago. Finally put them on a plane and let them experience a plane ride. But when you're not on the same page, you're not on the same page. Mm-hmm. All you ever notice, one video make down Erin. One video. What I tell you, it was on my strength that we used to go down to Erin all the time.
Oh, you mean since then?
Yes, since then is one. At least there's only one video I see down Erin. I used to be I was the backbone of that. I'm telling only the truth. Honestly speaking, I don't really like to go and sleep by people's house. I don't like to sleep by people's house. I like to stay in my comfortable home. I build my little swimming pool. I don't need to go to the beach. If I don't feel to go to the beach, I could just say, girls, let me make a little something outside. Bring the old wood table put the firecracker on top of it, and we vibes in. We vibes in, guys. The amount of times I been in the swimming pool with them children, the other person must be 3-4 times. 3-4 times since that swimming pool been.
What's not the comment, bro? Well, you mentioned taking them on a plane. Guess what you will see that vlog soon? Plane riding 3 daughters by a single mother. I said to her yesterday, I said, hey, listen, he's the only person I know happy to be a single mother. You happy to be a single mother?
Yeah.
I talked that couple single
No, but
mothers already.
But seriously speaking, you know,
I think it shows a source of strength, eh? A source of strength. Boy, let you know.
Alright, and listen now, I was talking to a lady from deep down south. That woman's husband
Yeah, baby.
is a ring down alcoholic, eh? Ring down alcoholic. And let me tell you something now, man.
Big man thing.
Big man thing.
Do you like this?
That woman telling me, because she aware of the situation, she's watched vlogs on the both sides, right? And she tell me, she say, boy, let me tell you something. As much as that man does drink and get on real bad, I know how much that man love your daughter. And I know how much my daughter love him. She said, I just let my daughter go out. I just give them money that he could carry. She said a man thing. Morning, Anna. How you doing, darling? You good? All right. Yeah. So, boy, this is just a matter of acceptance, guys. And the only person to really do something about this, and I talk about it all the time, is God. Is God. I want to commend Miss Vidya. And Miss Vidya is a very discreet lady. She said, Daddy, wait until everything is over now. Let the child come and graduate and thing. But Suri out of the school. Suri is officially out of the school. My sister heard it with her own ears. Suri, you don't worry about that small school again. You're going to big school now. That is what we hear. That is what was told to Suri. So Suri, Buzzy was trying to tell my nieces and them something, and she shut up. Suri, you don't worry about that. You're going to big school now. You don't worry about that small school. I want to commend Miss Vidya. She said, Daddy, let me tell you something. She said, every single day, I just tell Suri that your daddy love you.
She had to be taken out of the school.
Every day. And let me tell you something. Big up to Miss Vidya. We could talk it now, Miss Vidya. Sometimes Suri will ask Miss Vidya, I want to talk to my daddy. I want to talk to my daddy. And she make the phone call. Video call too. I want to thank you for that, Miss Vidya. And I want you to know that I screen record every single one of them phone calls. You know why? That's the only memory I have of Suri right now. That is the only memory I have of little Suri. And every single time, because Suri can't keep that secret, Suri will go and tell her mother. You know how much abuse Mrs. Vidya has faced for that? Never could provide a document, but bullying such a great woman. Bullying the lady.
What 30 years service to the community.
Yes, this
And
woman
has cared for 3 of your children.
Yeah. 3 of our children went there. 2 of Lyndon's 2, sorry.
So the numbers are
Right.
Marco, and special good morning to the FM squad as flying monkeys.
Nah, this is right. And let me tell you something. As I said already, and I've given the person the opportunity to do that which is right. Religiously, I send money to the person's account. And inside of that money is money for school fees. Money for school fees. Up to this month, day before yesterday, I send money and I still treat it as Suri is attending the school. School fees money has been paid from the time I had to leave the house till now. Money has been given, especially towards that purpose. Right? We will hold on that. We will hold on that. Are giving the person the opportunity to do that which is right. To do that which is right. And I'm so sorry, Miss Vidya Gill, that all of this come and happen. And I also made a video. The day that I went to take the picture with Suri for the graduation. And I'm glad I did. Guys, you know how many times, right? I could have gone to that school and do little vlogs. But Miss Vidya is a very decent lady. Daddy, if you come, no vlogging, eh? No vlogging. And I used to give her that respect. But on this particular, right? Lina here, bring some water for me, please. Lisa, morning. Who's that, Lisa? Careful with you running, darling. Yeah, right? So, let me tell all you something. Really, really and truly, the kind of things that is be happening outside here, the kind of things that people have to go through, is unbelievable, you know. It's unbelievable. Venita cracking up. Big up to all the extra coming on the chat. Oh shit. You see, and that's another sad thing, eh? That's another sad thing. Look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. I'm trying to come here on a daily basis to try and tell people things for the betterment of their life. I share a story how to get out of depression. I just try to stay away from this topic. I really try to stay away from this topic. But you know something? The moment is some kind of bacchanal like this. Oh gosh. No, but that's how they will see it. It still have people in here while we talking about this. It still have people trying to get something good out of it. But to the other people is, hey, bacchanal on Sana. Bacchanal on Sana. I wish I could see the numbers drop back to the original 111. Because I know that the population that I have inside of here right now is not for good reason. It's not for good reason. I always tell all you, I'm not in this thing for the numbers. I prefer we love 40, we love 60, we love 111. I don't care to go beyond this. See, and this is a real good reflection of it. Anytime you have the majority, yeah, last time, yes, right? Anytime you see in the majority, check yourself. I talk about when you have a channel of this kind of nature. This is not a cooking channel or anything. This channel is about life. This is a social type channel. Right? And you know, look for yourself. When you have big numbers, be aware. Be aware. People not interested in good things. It's not a 50-50 balance in this world. Believe you me, bad always outnumber good.
No thanks. Alright.
Bad always outnumber good. Quality, that's what we're looking for, Roma and Emerson. Kathleen Regis, how you going? Yeah, but Ollie, don't worry about me. I telling Ollie, honestly speaking, don't worry about me. I have a real good head on my shoulder now. My mind is strong. And I know what I need to do to protect it. And yesterday was a breakthrough for me, guys. Yesterday was a breakthrough for me where I could really go down there and look at this person straight in the face. It didn't have much brains inside of the head, so I end up seeing straight through the person's head. That is what it felt like. I really felt like the person's head is hollow. There is no matter in it. It's an empty head. And that way my eyes just went straight through the person's brain, and I was able to see behind the person, because the person really don't have a brain inside of that head. And the little piece of brain, which is a very intelligent, it's being used for the wrong thing. Oh my gosh. Take a little piece of brains and do something good at it now. I always say is make real good videos.
Oh, it's a fruit called dragon fruit.
He's make real good videos. You're talented.
If Azisha there, thanks once again for the dragon fruit. We enjoyed it this morning. And
Yeah.
Ali's about to have peace.
Guys, let me tell you all this something, eh? Right?
Big man thing.
Big man thing. Big man thing. These people really and truly, they're sad. They're sad. And I'm speaking openly about this. You see all the people that supporting and against me,
That's all.
and oh, he always looking for sympathy, and your deadbeat dad, and why you don't go and find a job, you lazy bum, and support your family. What are you talking about? That house was abracadabra, boof, and I paid there for Melissa. Oh God, I'm so sorry I didn't say she name. That next thing too. Don't say their name. Right? And you need to go back to St. Anne's. Or you go and take my spot and see if you can pick up the person and carry them for evaluation too. Go, I'm telling you. Right? When you hear, as they say, when don't type it in, guys, when it hit the fan, all who supporting this nonsense, when all you hear, listen, you use your imagination, because I not want to plant no seeds. But when you hear this thing backfire, all you stay on that ship, you know. Don't jump on this ship, you know. Don't jump on my ship, you know. Because I'll get them moderators to make all you walk the plank. Don't jump on the ship and say, oh gosh, Mr. Sana, I'm so sorry.
That's not a totally fair thing to say. Eh?
Why?
Because you can have moments of realization in life. The same way you had a moment of realization that probably inspired you to leave your home.
But okay, fair enough.
So, but yeah, you know.
Fair enough. But be careful. Listen, this is no joke. And if you have anybody living down Erin, I want to tell all you a story. And it's a real story. It's a real story. It have a house in Carapal. A real countryside road. A pit road, to be exact. Winding its way into a little forest.
Sounding good.
A little board house on the side, right on the side of the road. Nice hibiscus and a big copper in the yard. Problems between mommy and daddy. Daddy come home one day to meet everybody dead in the house. 3 children and a mother. This is the kind of things. And this is the reality. This is the reality. And things is only happening in this country and all over the world. Things is only be mentioned after the fact. After the fact. That man who lost not only his wife, but his 3 children. Who could give him back that? Who could give back that man that?
Hey, I want to tell you.
You see, eventually, they will run out of things to hurt you.
I want to tell you, sorry to interrupt you, but just remind me.
Uh-huh.
I want to tell you a dream that I had about Melissa last week Saturday. right?
You dreaming, she? You really had time to waste,
I
boy.
had a very interesting dream, boy. Let's remind me about it.
I
Right?
gotta remind you. But try,
we
but try.
when we ready to lock off
Yeah,
there, I'll
yeah.
share the dream with you, right?
But try and dream
No, it was,
about Kim or something like
I
that.
think it's a very positive, it's after that thing with Suri.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're here, I mean, things is happening in this life. But if something should happen, be kind of slow to comment. Or guys, now listen. It didn't know I doing YouTube since last year. I mean, as a
Well, I've
newbie
been
on
doing YouTube
the
since
street.
2007.
Right, good, right? And
you.
part of being a content creator is you go in, you're reading comments, right? I ain't gonna lie, in the beginning I reading them comments and I like, hey boy,
Come here, hey.
these people are them wicked boy. All your comments good. 41 good comments. That one bad comment was always presenting itself to me.
Do you want more bread?
Always presenting itself. Hey boy. Guys, not everybody going to be on your side. And you had to recognize that. And you had to take those negative things to strengthen yourself. To get the dashing bush effect. Yeah, you want the dashing. That's a good jersey to print. The dashing bush effect. You have to take them things. The critics, the criticisms, the provocation, you have to take it. As Melissa said earlier in the chat, this is to strengthen you. No, I read them comments. Sometimes I play around or the duck back effect. Yes. Look how you wet a duck. You wet it all out. The only time water does have effect on that duck is when the water hot. And you're ready to pluck. Right? Other than that, yeah, let me tell you something. Just strengthen yourself, boy. Just strengthen yourself and just really see the rest in God's hands. The rest in God's hands. And to be honest with you, I'm going to say something. And it might make some of all their blood crawl. But sometimes it's the only way to deal with it. I am going to say something here. And the reason why I'll say it is because I met a lady and she tell me the same thing. Are you ready to hear what I'm going to say? It's going to crawl your blood. And all you will see, Sana, no, don't say that. Are you ready to hear this? Flying monkeys, you can take the opportunity and come and type in and say yes. Because I want this message to go back. My children, Sydney, Sadie, and Suri, they are dead to me. Just as I am dead to them. When people burn, you don't get to talk to them again. Never. But for now, that is what it is. That is what it is, guys. My children are dead to me. And I am dead to them. And these children here are dead to them. And they are dead to them. That's how it is. That's how it is, guys. That's how it is. And I'm telling you all who have the privilege. Sana, don't see that. I know you'll see that. But guys, I'm not questioning God. When God ready to resurrect them back in my lives, if I live to see it, that's how it's going to be. That's the truth, Dinesh. Dinesh, let me put something to you. How you will feel, boy, you and Vince, all have a beautiful, beautiful grandson. How you will feel, right? If the unthinkable situation like this was supposed to happen. And that is not going to happen. That is not going to happen, right? But I'm talking about just to feel what we feel, what Grandpa Lance is feel.
And they can't have that nice grandchild.
Right? And you're longing to be able to just hug up these children, boy, just to smell them. And suddenly that all you who have children, all you who have grandchildren,
Yeah, but you don't.
and all you really, really love them.
That one crazy.
Put yourself in this position a little bit. Put yourself in this position a little bit.
How do we get this cat out?
It ain't easy. You know, I just feel people pain more than my pain, you know. I feel Lyndon pain yesterday. I was going through it because I tell you, they are dead to me. Right? You know, wake up, right? Yeah, good morning. You good? Give me a five. High five. Sleep good? Right. So, let me tell you. Don't play that music so good that we get a copyright strike. She can really play it, though. Right? Cherish what you have. I was going to see. You know how hard it is to know that my mother and father going up in age. My father is a heart patient. I don't know already. Unless God really, however God do it, he do it. Right?
Yes.
My father could pass. Lisa, how are you going, girl? Morning. You alright? I see your okras on them coming nice, boy. Nice. Yeah. My father might die. My father might die without seeing them girls again. Mama Lou might die without seeing them girls again. I might die. My children might never even come to my funeral. That's how it is. That's the reality. And you have to accept these things. Otherwise, you're going to spend all your days. Yes, the background music is really good. You're going to spend all your days just thinking about this, you know. You have to pull yourself together. You stop. You separate from your husband or your boyfriend or they break up. You stop studying he moving on with his life. He done destroy you. He looking for a next victim to destroy. And you crying, you're crying your tail out. You're going on Facebook. Oh gosh, he going and post up pictures to hurt you. Is you he wanna hurt. He is gonna post up the best pictures in the restaurant, you know what I mean?
It's amusing, like what are the mind tricks? It's that plays on you, right? Clear as day. We live here, so we get to witness it. Is your children will be locked up inside. And when you visit, all of a sudden your children playing on the side of the house.
Yeah.
And laughing and having a jolly good time. And you could hear, you know?
Yeah.
And then she tried to hook up the excitement in their voice. You know, sorry, it might be wrong of me to say that. But what a strange coincidence. What a very strange coincidence. What a very strange coincidence. Who am I to judge?
Thank you, Nadine Gill. But guys, I really good. But you know, honestly speaking, to these people that suddenly have us at 246, me even look for the 222. You know, I like the triple numbers.
This is
I want all you. I want all you to start to come
would you like toast
and really support the channel, man. Support the channel. I can love that. Hey, Lyndon, look at our next Lyndon in here, boy. All right, Lyndon, let's see. Sorry, yeah?
Big up.
Right, big up to Lyndon in the house, man. Lyndon, let's see. Shuba. Mr. San, I pray that God... Yeah, let me read some of these comments. I pray that God opens a way for you to see your happiness, which is your kids. God will bless you. You are a blessed man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, guys. So if you want to send us some inspiration, I'm here to read it. Indra, Sananan, good morning. Sana, you have worked so hard to get treated like that. That's all right, really. Thank you. It makes me into a good person. Usher, Sana, please don't get emotional because I just feel it for you. All right, I promise you. Right? Nice. Sharon Abraham, I had the best parents. Love for soul. Have deep-seated issues. She need counseling. Frank Dolly. Well, you should try to get that, or you should try to get out under control, Sharon. It's a lot of work to do on your own, eh? Alicia, God is great, Sana. He will answer in time. And I definitely. Lorena, I still see that you're here with us. Steve seemed to pick up Linton and family. Nadira Budram, give God his time. He is working on it for you. I always believe that. Peggy, Lasana, if you could wait and have patience and pray like I did, your kids will be 18 one day. Thank you, Peggy. And guys, I have seen this. Remember, I have 2 sons. Guys, we have 222 in the house. 222 in the house. That's a great number.
Really?
All right. So, yes, not 22, 222. Right? Yeah. So, here what happened.
222?
Which is always good. Yes. I have 2 sons. Now them boys is big boys. And it does settle. These boys are back in my life. Congratulations to Brandon. He completed his last UE course. So now it's just to get the degree. How that is working, and he'll be considered that he have the degree already.
Well, at the ceremony, I guess presented it
right.
To get the official results.
But Brandon has, so in 1 week, I was able to get some great news about Brandon completing his degree. So Brandon, well done, son. All right. And also Zach finished a really in-depth hairdressing course. So I'm so happy. God is be sending things along the way, guys. That's what God does. When you think that, hey, I just can't go any further, God is give you things. God is give you ease.
Yeah, baby.
God is send a great person in your life. A new friend that you could rely on. There are a lot of things going on, but we are clouded. We are clouded by our emotions. That's why I always say, try not, anytime it's the overs, over this, over that. Thank you, Vince. Thank you, everybody that is sending congratulations to these boys.
Oh, I should point out something. People will notice that we speaking freely in front of Haley and Anna. In the past, Kimberly and I, like my parents, I've seen this example from them, have been we would be sure when conversations came up that it didn't happen in front of the children.
Yeah.
Right? That dynamic has also changed a little bit because now they are directly affected and participating in it.
Right.
So the dynamics of, I know some of you may think it is an irresponsible decision that I am making, but it is one that I feel comfortable.
Daddy?
I feel comfortable making it because I realize looking towards the future, I realize that
You want help?
a parent could be equipping their child in a certain way. And years down the road,
What do you want?
your child
Okay.
will have to interact. So whether it's a good decision or not, I don't know, but I am a little bit freer in terms of some of the things that I'll say in front of them now.
Okay.
So, truly to the world, boy, nobody's stopping me from seeing my kids now. You want me to turn a monster? My kids are my life, can't function without them. And I try to put myself in that situation, Cody, to kind of imagine what Lasana is going through. And I can't imagine it. And I feel really and truly in a real moment of desperation. I just wonder what I would do, boy. And I feel I could become like a man like Farmer Harry. Serious, like my decision just had to be to go up in the bush or something.
And become a
Yeah.
recluse?
Yeah, because like the kind of function around it, I feel like I have a
You have to go in the Himalayas?
yeah, now I go by Favar and say Favar, give her a little plot of land.
And then you give by the island and don't give us that way.
Like think Favar, you have problems with it. Yeah. So, but you know, you say something there that was so stinging my when you bring that home to hey, how you would feel. God forbid the unthinkable happen and suddenly this grandchild that you love and you adore.
Yeah.
Because you have the opportunity. Yeah, that Haley mommy sending love to you. Right? You have the opportunity to one of the biggest blessings to be with children, and I guess so is with grandchildren too, is there's this opportunity to relive amazement and wonder through their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And here it is, you don't have that. So I don't know.
What's right? With that, when I was in deep trouble, when I was in deep trouble with my separation from Olia, me from my family, I was desperate at that moment. And I didn't think that life would get better. Today where I am now.
That's not really good. That's not leave it where it is. He just talking about the hair in the background.
Today where I am now with that.
My bunks.
I will never believe back then that life would have been so great today. And now I've been through this situation where I'm not seeing my kids. And I can have the same mindset, but I'm using the ability, the wisdom to know that, hey, listen, go ahead and live life normal. Because in the future, this too, you'll look back and say, hey, I was worried for nothing, boy. Look at the good relationship. But you also have to be real. These children, if they really become brainwashed, I have to also brace myself. I'm not projecting it into the future, but let's be real. It have instances where the children will not speak to you. And daddy, you was a horrible man. So, you know, even sometimes, you know, don't project yourself into the future, boy. Because that is the reality you have to face, you know. Hey, is either one day, like an Indian movie, you will be hugging up your children, Indian music playing somehow or the other from the sky, and everybody crying. Right? Or it could be that it just never might work out.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to stay in the present moment. Right now we could, them children, look, your two daughters, they one eating, the next one, I don't know what she's doing. Right? And we having a nice little discussion here, trying to help people. We stay in the present time.
Yes. I had a walk this morning, and that's one of the thoughts that occurred to me. The responsibility you have, because you could be planning and plotting so much that, hey boy, if this happened or if that happened or if this didn't happen in 2 weeks. But if you are here and you're a spiritually minded person, regardless of your religious beliefs, you have a responsibility, and I have a responsibility to say, hey, if I trust, then I need to put this situation in the master's hand. I will not even consider what I will say if the person say this to me, because you are trusting in some divine power that, hey, the Lord will give me the answer at the right time, in the moment. I don't know, we could call Mama and see what she up to. That's a really nice question. And something that I try to practice really is, I'm not very good at calling people as I should every day, but when they cross my mind, I pick up the phone and call them. They mightn't cross my mind often, but when they do, I try to call them one time. I think the painful part of the equation for anybody will be time, boy. When you consider, hey boy, this thing could either be resolved for the children's sake in one day, or you talk about children reaching 18. You know how tell me how much years that is. You're talking about 13 years. You will be 60 years old.
Yeah. Ask him where the I look for the battery pack that I had last night, boy.
Did you give it back to her?
No, I didn't give it back to her.
Okay, we have our
But
next,
I
we have
don't-
our next man.
No. I don't know.
Misplacing
think-
things.
I use my charger. I use my charger to charge my phone.
She probably secured because she don't use
So
it.
yeah, I'm telling myself she must be secured somewhere.
Kimberly, we send out that little SOS
Alright.
for the battery pack there.
Sauce?
We aiming to leave like about, let me see, 10:15 on,
You
right?
just see the word, brother.
Alright.
Yeah. I like
Let's
small
Kim
thinking.
secure she thing. She said I needed a sad brother there, you know.
All right. I listened to Lyndon. I love. So you went and you had a walk this morning, but it was more for your soul.
Now you're trying to lose weight.
Trying to lose it. Good. Here what we do.
You really wasn't great.
I want to give all you a little idea. Right? I train out a little idea for you. It have blueprints.
Yes.
Right? It have blueprints in all the holy books. The Bible, the Quran, right? The Bhagavad Gita, all the different books. Right? It have books. And inside of these books, it have blueprints. It have people experiences. So, once you follow a particular blueprint, it's like everybody have a favorite superhero, right? Good. I could say, let me be like Job. Let me be like Job. I can't control the external factors. The only thing I could do is control me. So I begin to read about Job. The devil wanted to test Job. And he told God, he said, let me work on Job. And his biggest mission was to make Job curse God that he could die. And Job began to lose all his earthly possessions, all the cattle in the field, all the sheep, his children. Devil even afflicted him with sores. You know, it's that to have sores. You can't sit down, you can't lie down, you can't stand up. Sores all underneath your foot. You can't even stand up on your head, because on top of your head have sores too. And he never wavered in his faith. And he always trusts that God is going to get me through this. My God is not going to desert me. Job never cursed God, guys. He never did. And his health was restored, and his wealth, well, it multiplied. And you do, and you possess the characteristics of Job, truly do it, and your results are going to be that of Job's. However, don't judge anybody. You might say, hey, this person have a Jezebel spirit, or this person have a Herodias spirit. You're judging, and you're going to be wrong. We're trying to figure out, hey, what's the next move the person going to make? Would they do this? Would they do that? And this is where now you're trying to develop a high intuition, but sometimes you're wrong, because the way how God works is mysterious. But what I'm saying to you is this: you must know what you want to achieve. You must know what you want to achieve. You must know the work that you put in. Hey, listen, you're eating a lot of junk. You know you're eating junk, and you know what's the outcome. Even if you ain't put on weight, you'll end up with an unhealthy heart. You're a smoker. You're putting smoke into your body. Your lungs getting contaminated. Don't be surprised when you hear that you have lung cancer. Right? What you're putting, you know the results you're going to get. If you fill yourself with heat, right, then most likely you might end up like Pharaoh and your heart is going to harden. So you had to choose. You had to choose what you want.
Oh, hey,
The blueprints are there.
Look, I see that.
The blueprints are there, guys. Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad. If you want to be like Gandhi, right, then you need to read books about Gandhi. And you also need to exercise his beliefs and values. If you want to be like Nelson Mandela, you can't be studying Karl Marx or Malcolm X. If you want to be like Malcolm X, you have to pattern yourself after Malcolm X.
Feed on that.
You need to know everything about him. So it's all about what you want, and we all have the choice. We all have the choice. Listen, I feel like Job. Honest to God, I feel like Job. If I am like Job, I'm aspiring to be like him. I am aspiring to be like him, and I hope that regardless of what life throws at me, because if I want to be like Job, then God have to test me to see if I could become like Job. And if I fail the test, then God cannot reward me. And that's what you must remember when people remember what we started off this thing as? When people trying to provoke you, that is the God. That is the devil, spirit, working through the person, the provoker, to derail you from your life's mission. And we are giving in to these people when we open our mouths and speak. We want to be like Christ, right? We want to be like Christ. So we read of his teachings, his commandments. We living in the New Testament, Christian people. So when somebody's provoking you, understand that come like it when Jesus went up on the mount and the devil came to tempt him. He know the devil hungry. He know Christ was hungry. If you're hungry, I command these stones be made bread.
I'm ready.
3 times. 3 times the devil, and remember, Jesus came down here in the flesh. So Jesus would have been experiencing hunger, true hunger. Jesus was up there probably feeling cold when he looked down and he say, all this could be yours. And Jesus looking at all them nice warm homes down there. And he was probably cool. Jesus was tempted. Jesus was in the flesh. I think Jesus could not see. All right. Yes. Don't give in. Don't give in. Somebody provoking you, they're seeing something in you, something have value, and they just want to destroy it. You don't empower those people. You need to make them powerless. Don't engage with foolish people. Don't engage. You're giving them power. They're still manipulating your mind. Let me tell you something. That road, if I am passing and I feel to walk down that road, I walk down that road. I didn't feel to walk down that road, I walk down the other road that was created. But I'm not going to leave from here to say, hey, I'm going to walk down there to make my presence felt. I'm not doing that because I'm giving you power. I give you power. I didn't want to really walk down there, but I'm making it my duty. I want my presence to be felt. What are you doing that for? What are you doing that for? You have a neighbor on the right hand side of you or the left hand side of you that always trying to aggravate you, and you decide, let me get up and go and do some work on that side of the house. What you doing that for? Did you really want to go on that side of the house and do that work? No, you wanted to stay inside and relax. Your neighbor just, you get used by the devil to make you come out of your nice, cool, air-conditioned house to go on that side to make a statement. You didn't want to do that. Do that when you want to do it. Do that when you want to do it. If you have money, build a big wall around your house. But we shouldn't really need these physical things to be able to deal with miserable neighbors and a co-worker that giving you trouble. And no, you want to build up this mental security system.
And to repeat something that a guy said the other day, when there's the peace comes through the pursuit of righteousness.
Mm-hmm.
And I really hold that statement. I forget the chapter that he quoted in Isaiah, but truth, peace, is a byproduct of righteousness.
I didn't poopy.
Okay, that's fine. We'll walk prepared in case you want to. When we get right, we walk prepared.
I'm a single young mother, lost my child father. Oh gosh, Angelo Ali, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm glad to see that you come on the chat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, today and then
The Lord's justice is
I
perfect.
don't poop in the river.
Yeah, it did.
Cookie Monster is always come on when the life ready to finish, you know.
Cookie, what's that?
Yeah,
Oh, cookie.
like Barbie, yo.
Yeah, man.
Daddy,
Pleasant morning.
you forgot about cream. You got volume talking about.
Oh yeah. That's
Hey, Anna,
that's up there.
Anna, don't forget your beach toys.
We
She
have
said
it,
she just
we have
always
it.
forget
We have
she bucket and thing, right?
We have water there to carry with a bucket and a dipper so they can rinse off.
It's still on front room.
Okay, baby, we'll take it off when.
Thanks,
when
Lorena.
Yeah. that's really up to Lizana if it is that he want to give the dream. It's not a bad dream, I think, but it's a very strange one, I think.
I wonder if I know this person, Angelo Ali, but they say they used to be in Dinsley teaching Spanish.
Okay, but wait, by then everything that's going there. We can just take one if you like.
Which one's mine?
Yeah.
Let me grab some breakfast. What?
Okay.
That?
Right. So when you finish it, we'll organize the press, right?
Yeah.
All right. You coming here?
Yeah, I come.
Okay.
Look, it's blue.
But you know, I say this with all sincerity. I say this with all sincerity, as a parent who could only imagine what it is like to not have your child around. I say this with all sincerity, and it is this. This is certainly, it might have a viewer inside of here that knows Melissa or is in touch.
So what time is it?
Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Yeah, that is in touch with Melissa, and if you moved, you could give them the message. But I just want to clarify where I stand with some things.
What time is it?
It is now 9:55.
No, what time is it? This clock.
That looks like about 2 o'clock. We're having the egg,
It's 12.
sardine, cricks, and dragon fruit.
No, what about
That's
now?
our breakfast.
5.
You want?
Yeah. No, I had
It's
thanks.
point, not 5.
It's really good.
Now what's the point?
Yeah.
No, 8. Sorry, the 8.
Melissa? Sing Batiste, whatever name you go by.
That's not straight. That's point, not the 12.
I have zero
12,
animosity
12,
in my heart
12.
towards you.
No,
Sometimes I just try to convince myself that I should have animosity towards you, but
yeah.
I do.
Think about time when I first.
I have
Oh, I want to see something.
in the last couple of,
Please.
well, since the son has exited his home,
There's a pencil if you need it.
and within the last 2 or 3 weeks, I think there's some skills that really fall off my eyes in terms of what you are doing to your children and what you are depriving your children of. Because if we were to turn the tables and you had to run out of your house that you share with Lasana, legally that is, and he had swung a weapon at you, and you said, boy, in the interest of my children, let me run out of that house and leave that madman there by himself, and you couldn't see your children that you love, and your father couldn't see grandchildren that he loved, and your deceased mom couldn't see the children that she have maybe in her last days, I wonder how you would have felt.
I never think about that.
I wonder how you would have felt. You have brothers who probably love you. You have a sister who probably loves you and loves her nieces as well. And like you, we share the same dynamic. We are neighbors. You probably hate the idea, but I love being your neighbor. And I say that with no sarcasm in my heart. No sarcasm in my heart. But consider not just what, and you know what? Hopefully this is mature. I wanted to say what you are doing. But let me be mature. Listen, let me tell you something. Big man teaching. Consider what these children are missing out on. And propel yourself 30 or 40 years into the future. When we have left this earth, and we now have Haley and Anna, who are 35 years old, and on our end, we may be sowing certain things in their mind, and you have left this earth, and you now have 3 grown children. Maybe all of them might be living in that house, or they might be in separate places. Who knows? Who knows? But they will be neighbors with one another. And we have sowed through our mutual irresponsibility, we sow seeds that they are warring one another. And maybe they may be married to very ignorant men.
Wow.
And somebody say the wrong thing. Somebody, through the example of their dad or their mom, say something, throw some stone. I don't know. I really feel, with all due respect to you, Melissa Singh Batiste, I really feel like your vision limited here. Your vision limited. I am not an intelligent person, but your vision for life limited. And you continue to prove that.
Wow. You know, it just resonated, man. When you were speaking there, I allowed Melissa that privilege when her mother was dying. I wasn't fully well. I drive down there, I make sure that, hey, I'm going to support my wife. I'm going to make sure that my children are around their grandmother, because the end apparently is nearing. I didn't even realize that I did that. And now it not being returned, and that is why, guys, make your investments in the correct place. Make it in the correct place. And hey, listen, if you join a bank and you don't like the service of the bank, right? And interest rates not coming in, what you put is all you're getting out. Would you stay there? You need to get out. Put your money where you go and work for you. Same thing, you only going by the wife family, or you only going by the boy family. It had to be going both ways. I did it for your mom. Your mom was dying. Your mom had the privilege of those children. And me, I help you with your mommy. I help you with your mommy, with your daddy. And it had no gratitude, but I just know that's just how it is. Cindy, Harry, Prasad, first time I seen you, welcome.
Just before you close off, I will share the dream that I had, right? That I had.
Go ahead, because when I finish here, we want to organize.
Okay. So,
Now that's telling Cindy. Thank you.
okay, great. So, this recently, like maybe about a week ago. Well, I just had to assume I was hearing certain things coming through the window that get towards, you see that man outside there, that's your father's brother, and this is what he's doing, X, Y, Z. And whether or not, because Kimberly pointed out something interesting, right? Whether or not Suri was with her or any of her children were there at that point in time, she could have very well been alone, or she could have just been saying that to provoke a reaction out of me, right? So imagine somebody behind our window saying something, and then they may not really be in the presence of a child, but they're doing like if they're talking to the child, right?
Right.
And then suddenly now you respond, like the best you could do telling your children.
Right.
Sorry, you want to say
Yeah,
something?
no, what I want to tell you is this. You're going to give the dream, right? Asking one of the flying monkeys, please relay this dream to Melissa. Relay this dream to Melissa. Make sure and do it, guys. She will know the interpretation. Lyndon can't interpret this dream, but she will know what it means.
Yeah.
Right? So take note, listen good, or start that screen recording. You want to start now?
Yeah.
Right, get your screen recording up and ready. Bam, 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 bam. Screen record. Hit. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
Okay, great. So, he had this dream, right? But I just wanted to set the stage as to where my mind was. And in that moment, as I say, whether Suri or any of the children was with her or not, it really kind of settled in my heart in terms of, wow, boy, this is really what is happening here, boy. These are some of the things you have spoken about, but I now get to experience it. So, with that in my mind, I would go to bed in the night time, right? This is the dream. I am on Cora Road driving home. I pass the hospital, I pass the water treatment plant, I enter Coconut Village, and I make this left turn onto the community road to drive up to our garage, right? I am aware of all the tension that exists between the households. So I'm very surprised that as I am passing your home and your gallery there, that Melissa runs outside. You listening?
Yeah, I just checking.
Yeah.
Anna.
That Melissa runs outside and she is flagging down the vehicle. Hey, Lennon, stop there. All right, cool. So it's a little bit of shock that she stopped me and to engage me, right? And she enters the front passenger seat. The children are behind her. The 3 girls are behind her. Sydney, Sadie, and Sue. but they don't enter the car. They stay on the outside. And Suri is a little bit older than she is currently.
Right.
Right? And what proceeds between Melissa and I is a very cordial conversation. I don't remember exactly what the conversation is about right now, but it is a very cordial conversation in terms of how things going. But I am aware, hey, how come we having this cordial conversation and this is not how it has been, because it feels so real and aware of everything. So suddenly, in the midst of it, I look at her and I say, Melissa, you alright? And she said, what happened? And what has happened, right, is her hair has parted. That's kind of naturally. It just kind of part and reveals a channel in her head. It reveals a channel in her head that I am aware that is self-inflicted. I just know in the dream that this is something that she is doing to herself. So if I was to describe how she doing something like that, maybe she have something like a sanding stone or something that is probably about an inch wide, and she is self-inflicting this, right? And she has worn down the head so much. She has worn down the skull and the scalp so much that the channel in her head is about an inch wide by an inch deep. No brain exposed or anything, eh? No brain exposed or anything. So it is worn down and she is walking around literally with a channel in her head. And somehow in the dream, I am aware that if she passed this sanding stone one more time through the head, that is game over. If she passed the sanding stone one more time through the head, and when I bring up, because I see it in front of me, so I say, hey, you're feeling alright? What is going on? What are you doing to yourself? She suddenly becomes very awkward and awkwardly makes her way out of the car with the three girls following her, and I wake up from the dream.
No, it's just no brain to expose.
That was, and I think the
dream finished, yeah?
the dream finished, yeah.
How did children work?
They were not as bubbly as she was, and they were just kind of, like when you're driving through a country village,
Yeah.
a country child kind of excited to see her, kind of like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I hold on because I don't want to take away people memory. All right, so guys, you could stop there now.
25 past 12.
The dream finished. You could stop the screen recording. Right, good. All right, yay, nice.
What time is it?
Okay, that is 12 o'clock. No, that's 25 minutes past 12. Yeah. Right.
Hey,
So please, babes, don't shake it up, darling, please. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you want, how you mean? Right? Let me hear that again. I love it. Hello. All right, so guys, this is me here. Yep. That is, listen, Nadine, that is exactly what I have been thinking, Nadine. And deal, yes. Now, to be honest with you, I don't dream, right? I don't really dream. But when Lennon told me this dream, I just telling all how I feel. This person heading for some kind of mental breakdown. I'm telling you. Because something is clearly wrong. Nobody can do nothing about it. None of she family can do nothing about it. We can't do nothing about it. Right? This dream, to me, It's really not a good dream. It's not a good dream. And they say everything that you dream is a possibility. That's what they say. And that is Lyndon's intuition. That is Lyndon's dream. That is not my dream. But that is what Lyndon's subconscious is telling him. And that is why I want that person. I really hoping that one of the flying monkeys could go back and tell her it, because she really value herself as she could interpret dreams and she could tell the future. She could tell you when this what Derricka, it's not a good dream. No, it's not a good dream. But she have the ability to tell you who is going to dead, when you're going to dead. She could tell you who possessed with spirits, right? She could predict, she could tell you what to do to get certain things done. You could take two crapo, write the person name on this crapo belly and write it on this other crapo belly. So like if I want to mash up Lyndon and Kimberly, I get two frog, two big crapo.
Yeah, I see a big crapo.
You make sure you have your name underneath it. Right? And under one crapo belly, you mark Lyndon. And you get the next crapo and you mark Kimberly. You take the two crapo and you put the belly so. And you tie them. Or you put duct tape. And you bury the two crapo alive. And the relationship going and mash up. See all the incense and thing? Now I go out there with a cigarette yesterday. Remember I said I went out with a cigarette. Look. He knows that his daughter is asthmatic. So he inside the house, I in the garage, outside the garage. I look at him smoking the cigarette. And you burning 25 pounds incense for the week. People all over my Cora hospital smelling incense. They want to know if I have a temple up here. Right? I outside there with my poor little, my little cheap cigarette. Smoking my cancer stick. Right? And you making a video and talking about that. You know the right thing? You know my cigarette will affect the child, but you're burning 10 pounds of incense. As I see. That man with that incense shop down there, that puja shop. But his business started boom. I don't wish he get all that money to buy all that incense. What? Well, but I ready to go one time. So let me tell you something.
Big man thing.
Right? Big man thing. That look like it's a new mother Connox. Yeah. I sit down and I hear she tell subscribers how to sort out certain things. I wasn't in agreement with it. You know, so guys, tell yourself what you're telling yourself, yes? Tell yourself what you're telling yourself. Me, I just really hope God take care of them three little girls. I don't like it really. Sana, your breakdown was not normal. It wasn't. It had nothing to do with cannabis, you know. That didn't have nothing to do with no weed, you know. That didn't have nothing to do with weed. That boy. Telling you. I'm glad I break free of that.
But by to close on a real positive note there, by the grace of God, folks, He is the one who equipped us. I guess all the holy books will show us that we do get more than we could bear, and it's towards our spiritual refinement.
Yep. Let me really end off.
And that's what we are to aspire to.
Let me really end off the life good, because we ain't going and leave people, right? We ain't going to leave people hanging. So let me take our opportunity of our 5 minutes and hear what we done. Guys, today we're going to have a nice day. Well, Lyndon, I hear you announcing, so I could say it, right?
Yes, sir.
We're going to have a beautiful day today. Them girls super excited. They're brushing up their teeth. They're organizing themselves. We're going to head to the beach. We're going to head to the beach today. I got on my suntan lotion because I don't want to interfere with my nice complexion. Right? And I'm going to have myself a nice bath in the sea. I'm going to have a nice sea bath. Right? I'm going to put on my Speedos. and I am heading into that nice crisp water of the Caribbean Sea. Right? We have toys. We go and dig linen. Is a good thing I talk about it. Sunblock in the back cupboard. Get one time by the back door.
Right.
Right?
And tell them, if you're talking about, I might have to check out for the floaties. I mean, we have left it in this.
No, the floaties in daddy car.
Yeah, we switch cars now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shucks. Alright, so Kim,
No, that's fine.
we gotta pass and check it. We need to get the floaties. Yes, so we going to have a nice day. I had the GoPro charge up, right? I let him go. I think I let it go already. Of when we went to the river, I lost some footage. I pressed delete by mistake. So today we head into the beach. We're going to do a nice little vlog. All right, we're going to do a nice little vlog on the beach. Nice vibes. So we talking about little things that might be disturbing, but we not going to remain in that moment for the rest of the day. We go in there, hey, watch me. I have money in my pocket. I going to buy a shack and fries this morning, right? I go and put a little pineapple on the side. I like that grate up mango thing too, right? So yeah, we gonna be safe. We gonna be safe. I gonna be watching them churn like a hawk, right? We gonna have a nice time. Yep. So, guys, I want to thank everybody once again for joining us here on a beautiful live stream. I hope all have a really fantastic day today. And remember, guys, when this live stream is over, you take what you want and you leave what you don't want. Have a blessed day, and maybe you might see us, not tonight.
And for whoever